Hello and welcome to yet another podcast in the Recz room. I'm your host Supriti Batra, and today I'm joined by Debjit Sengupta, a seasoned global CEO at Volta Shipping. Operating out of United Arab Emirates, he has approximately more than 33 years of experience in shipping, logistics, commercial management, and operations. He holds credentials such as Master Minor, Six Sigma Green Belt, a BSc in Nautical Sciences, and a diploma in Multimodal Transport and Logistics. He's skilled in optimizing marine operations, ERP, cost control, and deploying data driven tools in logistics. Let's welcome him to our podcast. Hi, Devjit. Thank you for being on our podcast, Debjit. It's really great to have you on board. Let's start with the questions.
Thank you, Supriti, for coming over. Absolutely, let's start.
So, you started your career as a mariner. What drew you to the sea in the first place?
You want the real answer?
Well, yes.
I thought it was the lure of easy money
Mm-hmm.
at a young age.
Yeah.
So I started working at the age of just over 20.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized very soon was that it was not easy money. It was very, very difficult to work. But it was money which made me join the Merchant Navy.
I think that's pretty much with most of the young boys who join Merchant Navy, right?
Yes.
The money lures you. Fantastic. Do you remember your first voyage as a cadet and what did it teach you in life?
It wasn't a voyage. I had joined a ship in Hong Kong, which was supposed to be sold.
Okay.
And the person, my boss, was an ex-NDA divisional officer. So somebody who managed 500 cadets in one of the most grueling, academic institutions or training institutions in the world had only one cadet to look after. So at the end of 2 months, he had turned me from a boy into a mature, I would say, like an old man, like those 2 months.
Gentlemen.
Those 2 months were crazy, and I think at the end of the 2 months, I was built like a bodybuilder or like a wrestler, that kind of work. So it was 18 hours of work for 2 months. He totally changed me from a boy to a totally hardened, seasoned man.
Wow, wonderful. So that was your basic, life lesson also, that how you transform yourself from a boy to a man.
So basically that after going those 2 months, I would not feel, I never felt that there is nothing that I would or would not be able to be through. That was 2 months of pure torture. So after that, nothing ever comes close to that.
So who were the people or the mentors who kind of shaped you early in your life?
So it is, like they say, it is a village which makes a child.
Yes.
So I would say it was my parents, my family, my friends, and growing up in a defense environment. So my father was in the Indian Navy, so we grew up in defense naval camps all over India. We did not have, in those days, you did not come with a lavish upbringing. We were in government naval schools or the Kendriya Vidyalayas. So we realized the value of money. We realized the importance of honesty, ethics,
right,
and in a very multicultural and stable environment. So that is what shaped my values in life.
That's wonderful. Looking back, did you always see yourself moving into leadership or it just happened to you?
I suppose when you grow up, you do not, when you're, let's say when you're in school, you do not really know what you're getting into or what you have plans, but you're not sure. So I would say that as time passed, it gradually shapes you. So it is not that I knew that I would be coming into leadership, but when it did happen, and it kept on shaping me as I grew. I cleared my master's exam, that is the licensing to become a captain, at the age of 28.
Wow.
So I became a captain at the age of 31, where I was commanding a ship. So it gradually shapes you. So at a very young age, when you have the lives of all the people on board at your who were dependent upon you, so that helped, and then I gradually grew into this position.
Wonderful. What's the most unforgettable memory that you have from the days when you were on ship, on board?
Okay, I had at least three near-death experiences.
Oh my God.
There was a time I was in a tank at the bottom of the vessel, where we were trying to repair a small hole, and when we were trying to repair it, it became a big 6-inch hole where the entire tank was flooded, and they had closed down because the water was going into the ship, so they had closed down the exit out of the tank.
Oh my God.
So in that panic, we somehow managed to we seal the thing. It took us about 2 hours, and when we swam through water to get back to the exit, they had already given us up for dead.
Oh my God.
So that was one experience. The other beautiful experiences is, you have the dolphins swimming in the front in the front of the vessel.
Wow.
Then I had a blue whale and a baby whale swimming next to the vessel.
Lovely.
And the main thing is, the reason why I wanted to go to sea was to see new places. So that was an experience, the travel.
Travel, yeah, that's another driving force for you.
Yes.
Right. Sailing can be isolating, right?
Yes.
So how do you deal with that loneliness? How do you kind of manage the long stretches away from home?
We had a lot to do. So we were working a full day's job while we were working, while we were on board. Other than that, you had your rest time where you would sleep, and a couple of others that you had. I used to love watching movies, so I watched a lot of movies when I was on board. I read a lot of books.
Okay.
So I never felt lonely. I used to totally love being at sea.
What
I still miss it.
What are the movies that you love watching? What kind of movies do you like watching?
So I would basically finish up whatever movies were there on board. So it would start off with the good movies, and then after that it did not matter.
Whatever comes your way.
Whatever comes. We did not have Netflix and.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. People say the ocean humbles you too, right? Has it changed the way you see success or failure?
I will not put it on the ocean. I would say that when I was younger, my success was my success. I always took, like, whatever happens to me, what have I done in life? I've become a chief mate, I've become a master, I've got a job. So that was, I've bought this property, I've reached so far, I've got this much of that. That was what I used to count as success.
Right.
Now, as you grow older, for me, success is what the people who are working in my company, how they're feeling. So for me now, success is more of how the company is doing, how the people, when they come to office, what do they feel? So if people come to office, everybody's got hard work. So I work hard, and I make sure that my people also work hard.
Right.
But when people come to the office energized and they're ready for that work, and they come to the office realizing that they enjoy this work, that is what success means to me. When my people are happy, when they feel successful, so the collective success is where I take pride. That becomes my success. It is no longer
a wonderful leadership style, I would say, because it's very important that you keep your organization people happy, and you seem to be a very people's person.
I always thought that I had a very low EQ, but I suppose those are things that we develop as we grow
in life. Right. So what does leadership mean to you beyond KPIs? I can understand that happiness is one very important thing. So what beyond KPIs and business targets is that you feel that, is your leadership style as well?
One is actually I answered it in the last question. So it is for me, it is collective success. As a leader, if I have people who come to the office thinking that it's not a good place to be in, or they come in and who are not energized and they just want to go back, I would like to have people who come to office who would want to come to office and who would want to, not that I want people to work late, but who would think of office as their happiest, as the best time of their day.
Their happy place.
And when I say that, I do not mean that people come over here for parties or
fun.
Right. It is work, and where people take pride in their work. I take pride in my work, and when all the employees in my company, they also take pride in their work. So that would be success for me.
So does that also entail giving them a lot of empowerment and to take the decisions and kind of be that? Do you empower them to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No company would be successful with one person taking all the decisions.
Right.
So you have to empower your managers and they to empower their next level. And it is very important to accept that there would be mistakes. And when I grew up at that time, risk taking was taboo. But what we realize is risk taking is required, and mistakes are also part of the learning experience.
Absolutely.
So I encourage people to take risks for the betterment of the company, and if they fail sometimes once in a while, which is bound to happen, so we do not punish them or we do not degrade them for that. So that's a part of life. Only then they will become better managers, and their people would be able to take on the next level. So whatever we do, we want everybody, whoever is there in the company, the next level at any time should be able to replace them. So I would say with pride that if I'm not over here, there'll be another 5 people who can any day, just next day would be able to take the position.
Well, we like you to stick around for a while for sure. Unless it's a better position for you. Okay, when you're under pressure, what keeps you calm and grounded?
I think it is by breaking things into smaller parts, breaking problems into smaller parts, and not taking the problems, because we've got thousands of things to do in a day. So when you closing things when they happen, also like eating the live frog. So you take the toughest ones and you solve them and close them first. So once you start solving the bigger problems, and then you have only the little problems to worry about. So I think closure is very important. So every time you'll have firefighting, that is part of your everyday life, that keeps on coming. So that does not give us too much of sleepless nights, not to carry our problems back home. And just make solving problems or solving the issues as a way of life. And also teach your team to be able to take correct decisions, so that you have lesser of the problems that we're talking about.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good point, that you break everything down, and then it becomes not a very big problem, but smaller problems that you can deal and work on faster and better.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You've worked across continents. How has travel shaped you as a person?
It's not only travel, it is also that I work in a company where there are a lot of different nationalities. So as long as you respect each person for their culture, for their identity, and I think it's not a conscious decision. It is just that the everyday learning of working with different people. Reading, I used to hate history, so now whenever I see something new, I try to look it up in YouTube. That okay, this person, I've never met a person from such a country. What are their customs? And those small things give me a little bit of joy for understanding different people. And it's just generally shaped me that I look at a person with that person's value, not with where they have come from or what is their upbringing or what their. So it's just that on the spot what we see, and that is it. So it's
that's nice. That's very interesting that you go back and actually dig up,
once in a while. So I think I've done most of the digging, but now
you've dug up enough of the world now, it
Yes.
seems. Okay. What's your toughest challenge that you faced in your career, and what did it teach you?
I mean, when you're talking about basically life is tough. So it's usually the family which creates the tougher challenges, not that much in work. Then I'm not talking about myself. I'll just go a step back. I think people face tough challenges when they change, when they lose their job. Thankfully, I have not been able. I've been very lucky that way. That I've always had a job in my life. So I would not say. What I would say is, there are times when you've worked 20, 24, 20 or more than 20 hours a day, but it was tough on that part. So not like physically draining or not anything. So I would say I've been fairly lucky.
Lucky not having
not
too
to
much
have
tough challenges to face. Oh, that's great. I mean, and with 33 years of experience, that's phenomenal.
Or maybe that's my viewpoint. When something tough happens, I don't consider
You
it
break
tough.
it down and solve it up. So it's not tough anymore. Fantastic. Okay, let's now talk a little bit about the man behind the suit, right? So what's your day like when you're not working?
I try to watch a movie or a series.
Tell me, Debjit, what advice would you give your own 20-year-old self on a ship there? What would you say to yourself?
Just follow the unknown ocean, the way that I followed. So I would not like to give any advice. The fun is in living life and passing through the unknown. So I would not give any advice.
You wouldn't want to change anything or do anything. That's wonderful.
No regrets.
No regrets. Is there a book or a quote or a philosophy that that has been with you constantly as your companion over the years?
I've never thought about it, probably a lot of them, but I think something which I would say is live and let live.
That's
Be
a
cool.
wonderful, thought. Live and let live. No expectation.
Absolutely not.
Okay. What do you want to be remembered for? I'm sure not a leader. I'm sure as a person, but what do you think?
Let me think about it. Probably as someone who's generally nice, and someone who's lived his life to the fullest.
Wow.
And let others also not complicated anybody else's life.
That's a good one.
I mean, just keep it simple. So I don't think of myself as a philosopher or a monk or anything. So everybody's made their mistakes. So somebody who lives life to the fullest and let others also enjoy the life.
Enjoy the life. Wonderful. Looking ahead, what excites you the most, both in personal life or in work?
Maybe work for a few more years and not retire at all. So I will know, when I say not retire at all, it does not mean that I do not stop working. It means that maybe I get involved in causes which are close to my heart, which so far I have not thought about any, but something that will keep me very busy and productive. So I do not want to live a lazy life, so it has to be productive.
Something has to be up your sleeve.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, a quick rapid fire with you, like a this and that kind of a thing. Okay, ocean sunrise or desert sunset?
Any day ocean sunrise.
Okay. Coffee with a book or a long walk?
Long walk.
Most adventurous food that you've ever tried?
You won't be able to hear it.
No, I would love to hear it.
Live octopus, snails.
Woo!
Also snakes.
Snakes too. How are they?
Rubbery.
Rubbery, that's what even I would have. Very chewy and very rubbery. It's very difficult.
And live is different.
Oh my god. A city you could live in forever.
I think the three cities that I've lived longest in my life are Delhi, Hong Kong and Dubai. So I think all three cities I'll be able to live in forever.
Forever. Okay. If your life were a movie, what would the title be?
Sleepless in Dubai.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you so much, Debjit, for sparing time from your busy schedule and being on our podcast.
Not at all. It's been a pleasure, Supriti.
Thank you.